Which choice most logically completes the text? In a 2013 study, Agnes Gidna, Jose Rivenda, and Manuel Dominguez Rodrigo compared the feeding behaviors of wild lions in Tanzania's Tarangire National Park with those of captive lions in Spain's Cabraceno Reserve. The researchers noted that previous studies focused on other carnivores have shown that providing animals with food at regular intervals, as is common in captive settings, may inadvertently facilitate the development of novel stereotypic, like purposely repetitive behaviors by reducing the need for a high degree of cognitive engagement with the environment. The researchers were therefore not altogether surprised to find that blank. So option choice A says, bones from carcasses provided to captive lions showed signs of extensive gnawing beyond the point of nutrient extraction, whereas bones from prey hunted by wild lions did not. So this seems to be the correct answer, because it correctly follows the finding by other studies, which is that captive lions may develop novel stereotypic behaviors, like purposely repetitive behaviors, that reduce the need for high degree of cognitive engagement with the environment. Therefore, bones from carcasses provided to captive lions showed extensive signs of gnawing, but not beyond the point of nutrient extraction, is a purposely repetitive behavior by captive lions that is developed due to their captivity. And the fact that the bones from prey hunted by wild lions did not shows that this was developed in captivity. Therefore, this supports the findings in the text and completes the text. So A seems to be the correct answer. B. During feeding episodes, captive male lions showed much more aggression than did wild male lions, whereas female captive and wild lions showed similar levels of aggression. This is incorrect because this does not show the development of a novel stereotypic or purposely repetitive behavior in the captive lions, and because of this, B is wrong. C. When caretakers placed food in boxes that were cognitively demanding to open, captive lions showed repeated behaviors similar to those that wild lions show when stalking prey. This is incorrect because this contradicts what was said in the passage, where the passage highlights how captive lions develop novel stereotypic or purposely repetitive behaviors that reduce the need for a high degree of cognitive engagement with the environment, whereas option choice C highlights how the cognitively demanding boxes to open led the captive lions to show repeated behaviors similar to those of wild lions. So this highlights a similarity between captive lions and wild lions in their cognitive capacity. So because of this, C is incorrect. D. Captive lions showed a stereotypic behavior of pacing in their enclosures as feeding times approached, whereas wild lions showed a stereotypic behavior of pacing before embarking on a hunt. This is incorrect because this shows a similarity between captive lions and wild lions in their stereotypic behaviors. And this doesn't show a inadvertently developed novel stereotypic behavior due to captivity. Instead, it shows how a stereotypic behavior is common between both captive lions and wild lions. Because of this, option choice D is wrong. And therefore, the correct answer is A.